Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today, we're going to go through our daily technical analysis update together. We're going to work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities and ETFs that I follow. And I'm going to give you all of my financial opinions along the way. Again, I invest for the long term. I don't invest for short term market movements, although we are doing a lot of short term market movement analysis in these updates. If you guys need any help with anything, check out finding-value.com. My birthday is coming up in a little bit, so I do have a discount code of happy birthday if you want to join. We also have a 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday platinum question and answer session. If you're a member, you can log into Zoom and you can ask me questions directly, and I can answer them to the best of my abilities. I can't give advice, but I can tell you what I'm doing and what I think I see in the markets. All right, guys, let's dive in and see what's going on in the markets. So, again, I'm just going to reiterate, each time we go through this, weaker dollar, generally weaker yields, and with that is a large tailwind to precious metals when these fall. So we've got a very good trend in place for the dollar falling, very strong to the downside. When we see a dollar move down as big as this, it's over 1% move to the downside, we're most likely going to see yields fall with it. So the 2-year is diving down. It's coming back. And we're seeing some strong moves in yields to the downsides. The 2-year was down 2.73. The 10-year was down about 3%. And again, we're pulling back to this breakout area. And I don't know if this is going to just rip through or if we're going to get support right at that support level and turn this guy around. So that's what we need to find out over the next week or two. And then the TYX is down, not as much as the 10-year, but this is still looking good, like it's in an uptrend move. TYX, TNX, I do this calculation or this ratio, and what it's doing is the curve is uninverting. When it goes up, the curve's uninverting. What that means is that TNX went down more than TYX. TYX is viewed as an anchor. TNX is a little bit more volatile, generally speaking, and that moves this curve around. When this goes up, that is a tailwind for precious metals. TLT bond prices moving back into, well, we'll see. It's right at support. Support resistance. Are we going to come back down or are we going to break back into the pattern? I don't know yet. It wouldn't surprise me if we go back down and yields go back up. Wouldn't surprise me. So again, I don't know which direction it'll go. We'll find out over the next week. So with those tailwinds, gold is ripping to the upside. It looks absolutely fantastic. Nice, strong move, strong finish. Everything looks great in gold. Silver also ripping to the upside, 4.33%, over $24 an ounce. And we are breaking this longer term resistance line. And you can see we've got the nice big green candlestick that we just put in on the monthlies. And we could be breaking here for a very large move to the upside for both gold and silver. And of course, another one of my favorites. I like silver a lot. I like platinum a lot. Platinum also is partaking in this upward move, up 2.71%. So everything's moving to the upside. XAU to gold ratio. This is a very important ratio. This is the gold and silver mining companies in relationship to gold. We have not broken out yet, but we're getting the green army to show up. I've talked about this the past few days, and it highly depends on yields. But right now, it looks good, like we might try to break. What does that mean? Well, a breakout means that we are breaking through resistance, getting through that resistance and breaking into a free to run area. There's less resistance above you. So we've broken the trend that has occurred before. This ratio and this trend is big because if we start to break, we are coming from a very low ratio, which means that the gold and silver mining companies are very cheap. And we've got a very long runway ahead of us. We've got a very long runway ahead of that ratio I talked about where gold could go higher. This is the alignment. This is it. And if we break here, this is the beginning of that move. So that's why it's important. CRB index also moving up a little bit, and it looks like we could break here to the upside as well. It's not a super strong trend line that I've got drawn here, but it is nonetheless a trend line, and it looks like it's going to break to the upside. We could be starting wave 3 of the big commodity bull market move. And we want to be invested in the companies and the sectors when that does occur. CRB to S&P 500, it's still in this downtrend. We're seeing an everything type rally. Yields are weakening a little bit. We had some information. I think inflation was a little bit lower than expectations, and yields are starting to fall back. That's also going to increase inflation in the future if yields fall far enough, because the credit cycle from loans against new homes is still going to be there. So it's all trying to balance out. Gold and silver mining companies on the weeklies here look fantastic. Very strong move, very big move to the upside. So GDX, GDXJ also exhibiting that type of move. You can also say that we're breaking through this downtrend line here. So we broke out, retested, and we're starting to move. SILJ up 6.3%. I've been talking about SILJ, right? There's your trend line break today, clear break, and yesterday we had the bloody nose. This is one of the cheapest sectors, and I hope, what my expectations are is if that XAU to go ratio breaks, we're going to get out of here. We're going to break out, and we are going to run, Forrest, run. That's what I hope. It doesn't mean it will happen that way, but that's what I hope. Crude oil up 1.43%. We are continuing to move on up. And I'm not saying that we're just going to go 100% green days, but it looks very good, very strong, very positive move here. Let's hope the momentum can continue in crude oil. Nat gas faring a little bit worse today, down 3%. Getting a little bit of selling pressure here. But overall, I mean, we're kind of battling between buyers and sellers up here. But overall, it looks all right. In the big picture view, it looks good. We've got kind of this turnaround here, and just like we did in the early 2000s. So I think it looks fantastic. I am participating in natural gas equities for this move. XOP, yeah, you know me, doesn't look too bad, guys. We're up again today. A little bit of momentum lost throughout the day, but overall, I think we're going to grind higher in XOP. Big picture view, guys. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and we may break out. We may come back and come back again. Again, I don't know the future and the path that this will take, but it's looking good in the short term. OIH also higher. This thing looks jacked to the tits. Wait, okay, I'm not supposed to say it. Yeah, maybe I can. I don't know. Jacked to the tits in energy service, and it looks good to go higher still. We could run out of a little bit of steam right where we're at. We've got a lot of selling pressure all back here, and we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not trying to make money off the short-term movements. I'm playing the big picture view. I've been invested in this stuff since here. Oh, you're winning. Oh, you're losing. Oh, you're winning. Oh, you're losing. Oh, you're winning. Oh, you're losing. Oh, we did so great. Oh my God, you suck. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, there you go. What do you think about that, guys? But look, 323 buy point. I'm up quite a bit. And it's not just OIH, the individual companies, 10x, 20x your money, and more. Hard to do that if you can't wait and sit through things. Now, Sprout Physical Uranium Trust. Looking good. It's hanging in there. We've big down day today, but again, that's kind of like a retest. Just this is what we want to focus on. Your lows are coming up. Your highs are stuck at this resistance point at about 1815. We want to break 1815, and we want our lows to stay above the trend line. Everything looks okay so far. URNM still heading higher. People are still positioning in it. It doesn't mean that we're just going to rocket launch higher yet, but it looks good. Let's hope we can keep that momentum up and break through. It's possible that we get another move lower, and it's just patience at that point. URNJ also up. The juniors doing quite well. Again, let's hope the momentum can continue. We got a little maybe of a trend line break there too. Tan up 2.8%. On the weeklies here, we've got a dead period. It's getting more intense, higher highs or more selling pressure, more buying pressure going back and forth. I do think that we're going to go higher eventually. Copper, COPX, looks fairly good. Again, we're up 3.65% today. We're in the channel. If we back out to the weeklies, though, we're getting these bullish engulfings showing up. So I'm bullish, guys. I think we're going higher. I like the diversified mining companies, and they've broken a lot of falling wedge patterns. So I think it looks good. Lithium's broken out of its falling wedge. It's going higher. It looks fantastic. REMX is in the same position. We're going higher. It looks fantastic. In my opinions there. SPX still looking really good. We got a little bit of a jump higher here. Is this, something that we're going to fall back down? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what the candlesticks show us. But it was higher today. Same with the NASDAQ. We'll see where that goes over the next week or so. Emerging markets, that weaker dollar. What happened to emerging markets? Boom. Way higher, heading on higher. That's what I said yesterday. I like emerging markets here. We see the dollar and yields drop. Boom. Now, in order for this to be sustaining, I think the dollar still has to go lower. So the dollar does look pretty weak. It finished very weak towards the low point of today. The closing price was very low. Momentum's to the downside, so this can continue. Home builders continue to rip it. Looking very good for home builders. And looking back, I don't have the 2000s on this XHB, but it looks very strong for home builders, and the momentum is continuing to the upside so far. MU also heading a little bit higher, not too much momentum today, but still looks all right. Copper kicking it in gear. Way to go, copper. We're up against resistance. We got the big green candlesticks, small red candlesticks. Still looks good to go higher today. Big green candlestick, finishing strong. Looks fantastic. Iron ore up a little bit. This could go either way. I think we're going to do some trampoline jumps here. Just be patient. The reason I say that, we have 2 large green or down red candlesticks, 3 red candlesticks. If you were to do, there's more force to the downside than the upside. So I think we still have a couple more selling pressure days or something like that. Nickel moving sideways. Again, still looks all right. I wouldn't be a buyer here at nickel. I really wouldn't, but copper looks good, and a lot of these base metal mining companies are a mixture of everything. So copper is generally one of the main drivers of revenue for some of them. Aluminum, crushing it today, guys. So this support area did hold, and we got the big green candlestick. The green army is coming out. It wants to play. Baltic Dry Index, I think it was up today, real time, but I think this is going to go higher, guys. I would be looking at Baltic Dry Index companies. Newcastle Coal still, again, moving sideways down here. It's got a base out. Just be patient. Ethereum looking, I think Ethereum and Bitcoin look good. We're right on support. Probably a good spot if you like Ethereum. Be looking now. Bitcoin, that's already been moving higher. And we had a down day today, down 0.93. I still remain bullish until we get some big fat red candlesticks or something like that. So I'm just kind of remaining bullish on it. I don't have a position in it or anything like that. I am simply doing this for the viewers. So we can kind of look, if I were to grab this. Well, that didn't work. There we go. So what I'm looking at is kind of a flag pattern type movement here. So some sort of flag pattern that's going on where we're going sideways. That's what I'm seeing, just so you guys see it yourself. But that's what I've got for today, guys. Everything looks good. Still strong. We've got bullish formations. Gold and silver mining companies just ripping it today. Again, what we want to focus on, yields and dollar. They're all tied together. It's really yields. Which way are yields going to go here in mid? And I don't know. We'll find out. So that's what we've got. That's what you should be focusing on. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. Don't forget, we've got a 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time question and answer session this weekend. Love to have you there. Love to have you part of the community. We've got a Discord channel. We've got You can see my portfolio, what I'm buying. I update it each day if I'm buying something. I don't really sell. I'm just accumulating in this big bull market. And yeah, you can view all that on finding-value.com. A happy birthday is the discount code. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.